everyone, Severus here. So today I want to talk about Kanae. She is the latest hunter that just released yesterday. She is considered the top DPS right now due to her stylish and super fast attack animation. So okay, Kanae, right, I want to talk about her skills. So basically, her basic skill 1 is called Mumen Chika, which is she uses a zip line and then she dashes down and do a quick slash animation. So this skill, let's say example, you use this skill and then the enemy attacks you in mid-air, it will automatically use the extreme evasion, which is great. You get to dodge and deal damage at the same time. And then her basic skill 2 is called Kamaitachi. So this Kamaitachi, it has like 3 stages and it will knock down the enemy. Okay, the first stage is once you use, it will empower the skill, 30% of the damage dealt. And then the second stage is called Scarlet, which is also empower the skill as well. Then the third stage, it will empower even further. So the first one is like 30%, the second stage is 70%, and the third one is 120%. It goes on 3 stages. The first stage is called Crimson and Scarlet and Fire. It gets a little bit confusing, but don't worry, I'll walk you through it. Let's go to the passive details. So basically, the users gain the Crimson effect when using Mumen Chika, which is the basic skill 1. The users gains the Scarlet effect when using the enhanced core attack. So once you use your Mumen Chika, it empowers your basic skill 2, which is the Kamaitachi. And if you use the Kamaitachi one time, you will automatically gain the enhanced core attack. And once you use this enhanced core attack, and then you use Kamaitachi again, you will gain the Scarlet effect, which is once you use the Kamaitachi, you will gain the Fire effect. And this Fire effect, it empowers your Kamaitachi's damage, and it also empowers the damage of Tsuchigi Gumo, which is her ulti, by 70%. You can see how much boost is increasing. This one. It's really cool. I love all her skill animations. And then, so yeah. And this one, if you get her at A1, she has a passive buff which is called Instinct. This one basically means like each time there's a mob dies, you gain 1 instant, or if the enemy has a shield or something, you break them, you also gain instinct. Once you reach 10 instants, your instincts will be upgraded to 6 Sense, and 6 Sense will increase your critical hit rate by 20%, and also if the users fall to 20% MP, it will consume lesser by 40%. Oh, I also forgot I missed out one thing, which is the user's damage dealt to target in the break state increased by 24%. So if let's say the mob or boss has a shield, once you break them, once they go into a break state, she will deal 24% more damage to the mobs. At A2, it increases her critical hit damage by 16%. At A3, when the users use Mumen Chika, which is the basic skill 1, she gains the super armor. So super armor means that you won't be knocked down by or affected by any boss. At A4, this is a very good passive. Kanae gains fire damage by 12% each for each fire member in the party, meaning 3 fire including herself. Total is 36%. And then it can also stack up to 3 times. So if I'm not mistaken, that basically means 108% increased fire damage. That's crazy. At A5, she gains increased 5% attack damage, and also her critical hit damage from 1% increased to 1.5%. Also same, can be stacked up to 10 times, and once you stack up to 10 times, it gains the 6 Sense. But for A5, the 6 Sense, she gains extra attack increase by 77%, so she deals even more damage from now on once you hit 6 Sense. And her critical hit rate and critical hit damage will be increased by 20%. And her MP consumption from 40% to 50%. But she still consumes mana a lot. Basically for her stats, right? I would say she most likely would be 100% critting all the time. So you want to try to get crit hit damage as hard as possible, and also defense penetration, try to get it like around 30% above. For damage increase, if you can try to reach around 18% to 20 above, that would be great. And then one more thing you need to pay attention, which is the MP consumption reduction. Minimum you need to have around 3000 would be great lah. 2000 is still considered not enough. I managed to get her at A5 lah, A6, which is lucky enough. As you can see, I still don't have enough resources to upgrade her yet, but she's already overpowered at this moment. If she can go until full stats, I can't imagine how much damage she can do. And her weapon gives her 12% at A5 and also 20% increased critical hit rate. Now I'm gonna go into the practice mode to explain even more detail about how this works. So as I explained further, she has like 3 stages of the Crimson, Scarlet and Fire effect. So you have to always use your basic skill 1 and then you'll gain the Crimson effect. Pay attention here. So do you see I gain the Crimson effect? And then from here, you need to use your basic skill 2, which is called Kanae, and then you'll instantly get the enhanced core attack. So you see, I got enhanced core attack. So once you use your enhanced core attack, you'll gain the next buff, which is called Scarlet, and then it will empowers her basic skill damage 2. And then once you enter Scarlet stage, if you use the Kanae for one more time, you'll gain the Fire effect. And this one, it enhances your basic skill damage even further, and also your ulti damage by 70%. So her skill rotation will always be basic skill 1, and then basic skill 2, enhanced core, and basic skill 2 again, until you have ulti. Use your ulti and then change to another hunter and repeat the rotation. That's how you play her. So I hope the explanation is detailed enough for you guys to understand. Gumo is her ulti now, which is beautiful. I love the animation, so cool. Okay, from here there's like 10 enemy spawns. And I'm also gonna use the basic skill 1 while they attack me, so you'll see that it will automatically trigger extreme invasion if you time it right. See? Then use your basic skill 2, you gain the Scarlet effect. And then now after killing all 10, I gain the 6th sense, which increase your attack damage by 5% or 77% if you get it by A5. Yeah, so that's how she works. Overall, she's fun to play with her. Now the real question is she worth to draw? The answer is yes, definitely. But in order to fully maximize her kit, right, you gotta have Ezreal and Gina at least. Ezreal is definitely a must due to her passive, her A5 passive, the Prey of the Weak. Once you break, and then if you stack until 100 stacks, it increase the fire damage by 30%. This way it will boost her damage even more further. And then with Gina as well, Gina's increased attack damage by 15% and also gives 12% defense penetration. I mean 4%, yeah, 4%. I tested it on WOBL. If you compare her with Suyun, right, she's not really that good in Devil's Heart. But in terms of like End Queen and POD, right, she is a huge access and deal lots of damage. But if you want a fire team that can help you to do Devil's Heart then Suyun is the way to go lah. So if you're free to play, it will be kind of hard for you to get all 3 at A5 to fully maximize the fire team. Because if you're free to play, I think you probably have to choose one, or unless you already have SL at A5, then you can just use SL and then you can try to pull Kanae. But like I said, overall for Demon's Heart, Suyun is the way to go with her defense penetration. So yeah, I hope my explanation is clear enough for you guys to understand. Drop a like and follow and subscribe.